Cynthia Ortiz again. It's December 5th, 2021, Sunday. Use allegedly, apply the but-for and reasonable person standard, and we assert all constitutional rights. And after that last podcast, the appropriate response would have been for Mr. Perry not to contact me again, and he just went right back at it. Not the right response, sir, for the words that were just said to you. I'm never going to help you. I'm not going to help you. He's still asking who told. I'm never going to help you. Write this down, please. I will never go out with somebody that I have to repeat myself at all. I wouldn't. You can't keep up with me. So I've worked around surgeons all my life. I've worked around elected officials all my life. I only have to say it one time. Even in a strip club, I'm working with girls. Some of them didn't finish high school. Some of them are on something. I still only had to say it one time. You're the only person I know that requires the same thing to be said over and over and over and over. And you're not getting it. I don't want to hear from you. I don't like you. I'm never going to help you. Since here, Mr. Perry, I've never helped you. These people that got me this recording, and then I typed it out in an email, that's who I like. That's who I'm helping, because they're getting rid of you. You're the source of all kinds of creepy, all kinds of ick, all kinds of slimy, all kinds of, weird little man sitting around doing weird little things with his weird little doll. All the bothering and the bothering and the bothering and the bothering and the invasion of my privacy, the butting in, all of that's over. Me being broke, I'm never broke again once you're in jail. I'm never going to help you. We're not on the same side. We're not a couple. When you continue to ask me who told, what that does is irritate the guys that got me that and this. Mike was drugged. The guys that got me that information that you keep wanting to know who they are, you're pissing them off. Every time you continue to ignore what I just said, don't contact me at all. Not in any way, shape, or form. Women do not like creepy men. Peeping Toms are creepy. Women don't like you. You're not a chick magnet. You don't have women throwing themselves at you. You're sitting there all by yourself. Mr. Warman, call his wife, Jackie, and have her take care of her husband and get him off me, please. You don't really have a choice. I think it's funny that you guys think you have a choice after as many times as we quote you. When there's a recording and a subsequent email about it, you don't know who has the recordings, do you? You don't know who else heard them, do you? You don't know who all's in the need to know, do you? What you know is there's a recording somebody has somewhere. I've heard it. I've typed up an email about it. And you got to explain that, and you can't. Or you wouldn't ask me who told. You wouldn't be on the phone asking people, bad-mouthing me, is it you, is it you? So, whatever, listen, you guys need to deal with this shit in court like men. Quit being cowards. Let's go to civil court and deal with it there. Mr. Warman, get your client off me. Get him off me. I never want to hear from him again. I'm not going to help him. I'm sick and tired of repeating myself. Leave me alone. We're not a couple. We're not in a romance. He's got a fantasy in his head that's not real. It isn't real. There's been no reciprocation. He has a daydream that's making everybody want to hit him. That doesn't mean we're going to go hit him. That means we want to. That means we are sick and tired of it that much. Nobody's going to hit him, Mark. People say that all the time. Please, make him leave me alone, Mark. He's your client. You have a legal obligation to restrain your client when you know good and well he's breaking the law. I don't want to hear him. I don't want to hear from him. I don't want to hear from him. I don't want to hear from him. I'm never going to help him. I'm never going to help him. I've not helped him in 6 years. Why in the fuck would I start now? I've not helped him in 6 years. Why in the fuck would I start now? We got this email. Mike was drugged. The Fabian puzzle. The McNamara email. From guys that are really good at what they do. You're pissing them off, Mr. Perry. We just said, leave me alone. Stop all forms of all contact. Leave me the fuck alone. When you don't, you pay for it. $25 million failed cover-up is a lot of money so that you can sit there and bother me. You're all by yourself. You don't have a date. There's nothing real. You're making a fool of yourself. Women don't like creepy men. Women, let me say it again, Mr. Perry. Women don't like creepy guys like you. Women don't like creepy guys like you. Women don't like creepy guys like you. You are all by yourself for a reason. Where's your wife? You're going to need an alibi for right now, and you're not going to have one, are you? You are going to need an alibi for right now, Mr. Perry, and you won't have one. Mr. Warman, call his wife Jackie and get her to get her husband off me. You don't have a choice. I don't want to hear from him again. Not in any way, not in any shape, not in any form. When you piss me off, you pay for it. We get more stuff like this. And we get more stuff like this. And all the little chatter of Mr. Powell. Let's make another lie. Let's throw her back in jail. And let's say that first false arrest wasn't false at all. We heard you. I've heard it. I heard it all weekend. All of the stuff my guys worked very hard to get because your client, Mr. Warman, won't leave me alone. You guys are paying for it. You're already paying for it. That $25 million bought you a whole bunch of these. That's all that did. There's not been a date. There's never going to be a date. I'm never going to help you, Charles. Now, try to respond properly to the words just said to you. Okay? Or maybe we ought to check into the butterfly net option. Okay? Leave me alone.